Hey, you look healthy.
What up, bro?
Hey, how you doing?
Are you recording right now?
Something like that.
What's the deal?
You smooth?
I'm smooth, man. Living a day. You late?
I know, I'm sorry.
That's that Kappa shit.
It is? Sheesh. Talking greasy already. You good, though? Hit my elbow. I would dap you up with my hand.
Give me the elbow. Good black man love.
You feel me?
Hey, what's the deal, y'all? It's the boy Dre, also known as Mr.Duffy himself. I want y'all to tune in to Needless to Say with my boy Jalen, with my boy Wolf. Great episode we got coming for you all, as well as great content. So please tune in, check it out, subscribe, and don't be a goofy.
I got this in there. It's in there.
Woo! Today we back at it again.
Yes, sir.
I am the creator. I am the host of Needless to Say. And needless to say, if you're not on my show, then shut the fuck up. Your opinion does not matter. I am Jalen Jones.
Dumbass.
Always. I got my mans with me.
Wolf, what's up? What's up? How you doing, Wolf? I'm doing good, Wolf.
Today we have a very special guest. Y'all may know him as Mr. Duffy, Duffy Season. I know him as a student leader, the host of the MLK conference. And you also hosted the pageant. Did you? Alpha Pageant?
Okay. Yeah,
that was right.
Yep, Fast Shop.
He's also a member of Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. That was the wrong frat, but that's fine. He can still come here today. I would have a seat call.
He cool though.
But since he picked the wrong frat, he can sit on the floor.
Stand Midwest, something like that. We'll figure it out for him though.
Good. I'm good.
I'm sick. I had to.
Oh,
They got me the snack.
you feel me?
Yeah.
Showing love to our guests. You know,
Gotcha.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
You good?
I'm good, man.
All right, so Drake, can you just give the people something, tell them who you are, what you do?
Absolutely. So, like Jalen said, my name is Dre. Also go by Mr. Duffy. I'm currently a junior here at Michigan State University studying marketing. Hometown Detroit. And I
East side or west side?
West side, 6 mile, feel me? Went to Detroit Renaissance, so that's my alma mater. Always been a fan of, just school, sports. I had a decent, growing up experience in Detroit.
Where should you go to? You went to Renaissance, right?
Yep.
How are you in Renaissance? Like, were you really active or what's up?
I was definitely active. I was a part of student government, or we called it student senate at that time.
Okay.
Or it's still called student senate.
Okay.
I worked with the Dream Project, or the Dream Team, as well as captain of the football team. I did DECA.
You play football?
I did. You sound surprised.
Oh,
you don't know
I am. I'm not. I'm not trying to say it like that. I didn't know that.
No, you good.
Okay,
Yeah.
what position?
Yeah.
I play linebacker and fullback, so I play both sides. Actually, I played football.
So you
started like 7 years old.
You be hitting niggas.
Both. I took a couple good blows too. Being that fullback. But I'd rather be on the defensive side of the ball.
But you ain't soft enough like that.
No, not at all. I wanted to play if I would. But there do be some soft football players out here.
On the lows.
On the low, you feel me? But I wasn't one of those. So
I got
My question for you. I've been waiting to ask.
Go ahead.
Bro, how long have you been wearing suits? That's been my plan. I was like, bro, because the first time I seen him, okay, he crispy as hell, he sharp in the suit, and then I seen you at some random chill event. I'm like, all right, he's still crispy in another suit. Then I seen him again. I said, damn, I think
everywhere you go, bro, you have suits, and I know I always say every time I see you, bro, oh shit. This is the first time I've seen you.
That's why I'm like, bro,
wow, I've never seen you chill for it. Like, why do you always have a suit on? Like,
okay.
What's up with you?
When did it start? Was this middle school?
So no, it actually started later. So
Okay.
actually, my dad was the one who got me to the point of learning about being professionally dressed.
Right.
So I kind of got that from him, but it wasn't until my freshman year when it really picked up, because sophomore year, well last year. So it was the day of Spartan Remix, that's like MSU's big opening for, freshmen as well as the first big week of school. Right. So it was Spartan Remix, and I was like, man, I really want to, make an impact on campus. I really want my name to get out there. And I was like, what's the best way to do it by going to Spartan Remix? I'm like, shit, just wear a suit. Everybody noticed a black man wearing a suit.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to jump crispy for Spartan Remix.
So at that time, I'm sorry to cut you off. Yeah. So at that time, you ain't think damn, because the average person be like, damn, maybe he's doing too much.
Nervous.
No. But she was like, fuck it, I'm about to get that.
At the end of the day, I already knew people knew who I was and knew I could dress nice. And I really wasn't skeptical about, people saying, oh, he doing too much. Because at the end of the day, it's an event where we're all trying to promote each other. And I was just trying to promote myself as well as show love.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
So when I was there, I had my suit on and I had my contact cards. I had like a good stack of them.
At Spartan Remix.
At Spartan Remix.
Contact cards.
Contact
as a
cards.
freshman.
As a sophomore.
Sophomore.
Yeah.
Okay, sophomore.
So when I went there, I was there. I was passing on my cards. People asked me, like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Well, I'm a public speak. I have my own mentoring program. I'm a part of collegiate men's golf.
Success.
Yes, sir." Okay. And I would just tell them, I'm like, "Listen, I'm a hustler. I'll go get it by any means necessary. I do good with networking." And so I was like, "You need something?" And I fit the category what you're looking for. Hit me up.
You put yourself out there automatically.
Exactly.
Like when you come with a suit on, people think like, "Damn, he halfway serious."
Yeah, right, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Then you come with a card, like, okay, he full serious.
And then people who really know me, I could be in a suit, business card, but I'm still dapping on everybody up there. People that I know, right. I'm giving, I
feel like you can be in like all social circles. You can be like in all of.
Oh yeah, for sure. I make sure that it's always good to have a balance of people you hang out with on a regular basis, people you do business with, people you turn up with, because sometimes it's not best to make sure they collide because sometimes it may not be the best mix.
Separation.
Exactly. But after Spark Remix, I was like, man, I got enough suits in my closet where I could do a week's worth. Yeah. So like, you know what? I already started the week off. Let me go ahead. Boom. So Monday came around, first day of school. I wore suits to class. People like, okay, Dre, I see you. You wore the same thing as
every day.
And then Monday through Friday, boom, boom.
Like you wasn't hot, bro. You wasn't like,
summer do get steep.
That's what I'm saying.
Summer gets steep, so I gotta take out the polos and slacks like that. But most of the times during the week, you'll see me. I'll probably be business professional. Whether it's a suit, button up.
So do you buy jeans or you just buy slacks? You just keep it regular.
Facts, big facts. I only have 3-4 pair of jeans.
I can believe it.
Wow,
really, honestly, and I have about the same pair amount of sweatpants. Everything else is either slacks or suit pants. I'm like that.
But
I like dressing up, but it's like every day. I fuck with that for sure. It just puts you on a different pedestal because everybody's not gonna dress all the time.
It makes you, and that's like you knew you had an idea of what you wanted to be seen as, and you envisioned it and you took action on it, and that's dope.
I appreciate it.
Because like I said, every time I'm like, okay, I just know that's Crispy Dre. He in a suit, always.
Appreciate it.
One thing I will always say about you always exude confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always a saying like the voice in your head, somebody put that there. So what made you confident? I guess from a young age or whatever. Like who put that there?
Not gonna lie, it's a mixture between my family, how I was raised, and then people just cooking me all the time. I'm just saying.
That's how we communicate.
No, like for real. Just like if you're from Detroit, or I don't want to make a generalization, but if you're black and you grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood, go to predominantly black high school, you're bound to get cracked up.
Middle school is like
middle school. We was ruthless. I'm talking about we was at the lunch table.
Bro,
you come with the wrong fit on. Oh, we about to get him. It's old.
In middle school, that's when I found out I had a peanut head. I was in 5th grade with the George Crockett Academy. First day of school, some girl was talking. She said something like, I think she said peanut head. And I looked back. They gonna try to cook me, but that's when I knew I had a big, weird size head and shit.
And then
cool.
And then it's funny. Over time, I just started to realize, okay, I got a big head. My shit shaped like a peanut. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I was a little husky, excuse me. Yeah. So I was a little big. So I started accepting myself. Yeah. And then over time, when people used to make jokes, it didn't affect me because I'm like, you're telling me something that I've already accepted about myself. Yeah. So when people make head jokes now, I'm 20 years old. So hey, okay, your head joke really don't faze you no more. Yeah. And then I've lost a lot of weight, so I'm confident in my physique. Right. So it's like those jokes don't affect me no more. So the confidence kind of came over time, and a lot of just self-care, just realizing who I am as a person, who I am as a black man, all that good stuff, and just kind of just owning who I am. And after a time, it's just like the word no, it don't really faze me no more when it comes to going after the things that I want, whether that may be a job, an internship, a scholarship, or even just approaching a young woman. Okay, that one no.
That's true. That's something I tell people all the time. The easiest way you can get over a no is get rejected by a female, bro. Because you can get a hard no, or you can get you know what I'm saying.
But I don't want to sugarcoat it. No, it's like if you're not messing with me, it's cool. Like you're not messing with me. Let me know. You have a good day. You still look good. Shit, I hope you come back. If not,
but it builds character.
It does. Because if you can respectfully accept a no from a woman,
You can look at anything.
It just shows a lot because one, you show respect for her by not trying to like, wow, well, why can't?
Right.
Just if she say no, like, okay, I appreciate it. You know, go about your business.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of like, okay, she told me no, but hey, this might be another young lady who might tell me yes.
Okay, bet. So let me just keep bro.
Shit, for every no is a yes.
Honestly,
And they do say behind every strong black man there's a strong black woman.
I agree.
And I'm gonna ask you, who is that woman for you?
Right now, I don't have. Right now, I don't have a strong black woman behind me. Besides my mother. That's my strong woman.
Okay.
That's my strong black woman. No, but when it comes to relationship wise, or having a significant other, I don't have one. You know, and I'm single right now, so I'm at the same time.
Is that like your free pub? Like you trying to tell them you single? What's going on?
I mean, I guess.
Get into it real quick. Go ahead.
Oh shit! Okay.
Ladies, I am single. Maybe looking, maybe not, but that's up for you to find out.
Okay.
Crazy
too. Okay.
Oh, silly man. But no. Being single is low key have been a good time because I learned so much about myself, things that I like, things that I don't like, and some of it doesn't even have to do with relationships. Okay. It's just like me becoming a better man. Because I feel as though before you even approach a relationship, you got to know who you are as a person.
Facts.
You got to love yourself.
Facts.
So I'm not in a position where I want to love somebody else or I want to get to know somebody else when I haven't spent as much time with myself as I do with on another person. A lot of people don't take time to do that.
I preach that a lot, bro.
So that's what I'm trying to do.
I can see it, because if you don't even know what you like,
exactly,
you can't go looking for somebody to fulfill that like. You know, like
because you're gonna be searching forever trying to find that void, and then by the time you look up, you done passed all.
You done went the wall. Like,
exactly.
You like damn.
Because you don't even know.
And now you out here like, oh, all these girls like shit. It's like bam.
Like relax. So do y'all believe that like if you don't love yourself, can you love a girl?
You can't love nobody.
You can't love. It don't even have to be a girl. Though. You can't even love a friend. You can't. Sometimes may not even be able to love a family member just because you don't even know who you are.
That's real.
So I would say before you love yourself, I mean you have to love yourself or learn to love yourself before you can do that with somebody else.
I got you.
At least like yourself or know what you like.
Exactly.
Definitely. You know, you said when you were single, you realized what you like and what you don't like. What does Dre like? What's going on? Because I feel like everybody sees like the professional side of you. Also, you're known for your crackhead dance moves.
I'm screaming.
I see
you got crackhead dance.
Crackhead dance moves.
Yeah. You love that. What's the name of that?
I bet you won't.
I bet you won't.
Cutting up on that bitch.
He's going to character mode. He's going to break that
cutting up, bro. Like.
But what I look for in a woman, let me just say this right now. I don't date outside my race. I'm sticking to all black women, so that's point blank period. That's just me personally. Okay. So I do look for a black woman. I look for confidence. I look for intellectual connection. I look for. I'm a man of God, so I would love for my woman to have a relationship with God on her own. I also look for somebody who's goofy. Somebody who can make me laugh. I'm a very spontaneous person, so. I like doing things at the random moment, but I feel like what's most important for me is somebody who's true to themselves, who knows themselves and like has values and upstanding morals. That's something I look at because a lot of times as guys we tend to look at the outer layer, the surface of what we see as our go-to. Exactly. Like yes, I would want my potential next spouse to look attractive, all those good things, just as anybody else may want. Exactly, but at the same time. When she opens up her mouth and we begin to have a dialogue, if she's not saying anything where I can retain it and I can give her feedback and we can create that conversation, it's dead. Because then you're not fulfilling, that intellectual, stimulation that I'm looking for. Because although I am young, I've experienced a lot of things throughout my life and I want to talk about it, whether it's social issues, things I'm talking about in class, and vice versa, man. I want to listen to, what she may be having going on. And if she doesn't have anything going on or we're not able to connect, it's going to be a no-go. So, those are some of the things that I look for. And then, I guess, I don't want to say too much, but you just have to kind of get to know me.
Okay, I got you. What's one of your pet peeves? I guess, just in general, what's one of your pet peeves? More so in a relationship.
In a relationship? Well, this doesn't have to be in a relationship, but just pet peeve in general. I hate a liar. I really hate somebody who cannot tell me the truth, and it's honestly it's a pet peeve because you'll be surprised at how many people lie about like little stuff.
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you like this, like I be telling all these niggas, bro.
Wolf with me on this.
Bro.
Wolf with me on this.
Everybody's not, bro. And what you gotta realize, you gotta
ain't nothing wrong with it.
You gotta realize, like,
well, I don't know.
It's not that nothing is wrong with it. It's that I don't necessarily blame you. I don't look at you differently. I expect you to lie.
it's the type of lies what you get. It's the type of lies that you gotta look out for, man.
I get it. It varies, you know, like you said, from the person.
We all, cause like one main lie that will stand the test of times is the body count. That's a lie that's gonna listen.
The thing about it, I don't even ask that question. I don't want to know. But let's say I do want to know, even though I don't. Just give me an honest answer. If that shit is 50, baby girl, say 50.
You never gonna get
I'll even let you slide if you say 40.
But that's a lie that you can't even.
But then again, because let me play devil's advocate.
Right.
As a man,
Okay.
and you are intimate with multiple women, you're single,
Right.
so you know there's nothing wrong with that. And a woman asks you your body count. I feel as though we can't hold those double
Oh,
standards.
niggas lie too.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Hey, dudes will for sure add more numbers.
I'm saying like I feel like we.
Dudes
But my thing is, one, we can't have double standards,
No,
and
you
then
can't.
two, I feel like it's not important.
It's not.
So it's like
It's not, but I think dudes are insecure. If we being honest with it, when it comes down to it, that's why dudes want to know how many dudes you've been with because they're insecure.
No, I brought it up as just like that's like a lie that like you can't that you're not really gonna trip on. Not as
Okay,
like that's like
I
a make or
understand
break
you,
type.
I
You know what I'm
understand
saying?
you.
Like that's like a lie like that.
Yeah.
It's just gonna stand the test of time.
Okay,
Yeah.
The lie. If you ever had that conversation come up, the lie is gonna be told. Okay, you know what I'm saying? She gonna lie to you. Take it, run with it.
That's real.
Do whatever you want with it. But it's like if she lying to you about like, oh she's studying or whatever,
Yeah.
but you know
She doing something else?
you slide past fucking one of these bars, Field House, and you see Field House going dumb. You like, oh damn! Like,
At that point in time, okay, let's can we create a scenario for Wolf and motherfucking Dre?
okay.
Let's do that.
Go ahead.
Let's say you know you get what I'm saying. You talking to a girl. You say you want to chill with her, but she says she's staying there for the night. She's tired. Blah blah. She want to sleep. Cool.
Okay.
You end up going out the night. Blah blah blah. You see her at the bar. What does Dre do from then on? And this is a girl you really no forget this is your girlfriend who did this.
My girlfriend.
This is your girlfriend.
We're hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically
Okay.
speaking, because Dre is a single and ready to mingle. Ain't that right?
You put words in my mouth. So she's my girlfriend at the time.
Girlfriend. Yep.
All right, bet. And she's told me that she was chilling.
Chilling in the crib.
Okay, so me knowing the personality that I have, I'm going to text her. I hope
When you see her at the bar,
So am I going to the same bar that she's at, or I just happen to like walk past?
she says she's going to sleep. You're going to the bar. You happen to see her in the bar. What's your next step?
Okay.
First of all, I want to say ain't no female that's stupid to go to the bar that she know he going to.
Come on, everybody get caught here and there. Some
We
people
talking about
just.
female.
Okay, so I'm going to the same bar.
I see what you did there. Go ahead.
I'm talking about. So y'all talking about going to the same bar that my girl is at right now.
Mhm.
Okay. So, I'm definitely gonna approach her. This is my one. It's my girl. So I'm not about to be afraid to approach my own woman.
Yeah.
How you gonna approach that?
I'm gonna just walk up on her like, oh, what's the deal, my baby? How you doing? And then I'm pretty sure she's gonna be with her friends.
Right?
Because most women I know they don't really go out to the bars alone.
You should.
So then I would approach her. I would actually play it cool. I would be like, I wouldn't even make a scene. One, because that'd be messy.
Yeah, you a man, man.
Exactly.
Keep it cool.
So then I would play casual, and then I really wouldn't kick you with her right there. I was like, hey, hope you have a good. Then I would leave.
Yeah.
I would leave.
Okay.
Would you consider that petty? What you just did?
Huh?
Would you consider that petty? What you just did? Walking up to her and saying all of that?
Oh, hell.
Yeah. Me just walking up to you, saying what's up, and then leaving.
But that's like is it petty or is it like?
Because the real conversation is gonna happen when we're in private. Then that conversation is gonna be like, so you told me that you was gonna be studying or you was sleeping for last night. How come you tell me you was going to the to the bar?
Yeah.
Then that's up to her. Like, damn, why didn't you just say you was going out?
Yeah.
So then it depends. She seems my girlfriend. I'm pretty sure we've already known each other. So then I would be a little like, why didn't you tell me the truth?
Yeah.
Right.
So then that's gonna be a trigger warning for me because then we're gonna have to have a conversation.
So when that happens, do you still talk to everybody? Do you try to make it work, or do you just cut it out completely? And you be like, you know what? I'm gonna follow my gut feel.
I wouldn't say that's something where I would have to cut her off, but I would definitely bring up a conversation about it because, one, if you're my woman and I'm your man, we have to have level of communication where we trust each other to the point where you don't have to lie to me and I don't have to lie to you.
Right.
So if If you feel like you have to lie to me in order to go out, we shouldn't be together in the first place. So that's why that conversation is going to have to get brought up. Because if you feel like you can't go out and have fun on your own terms with your own people, and while still telling me, or you feel a certain type of way by telling me, then we don't need to be together.
That's real.
Because I have no problem with my woman going out and having fun with her girls. If anything, I'm going to encourage her to do it.
Definitely.
So you can have your time to go out.
Yes, bro.
I need it.
Bro, I hate a girl that just wants to be under you. It's like, bro, you don't like your alone time? Like, you don't want to get out my face?
I feel like it's important to have a long time within a relationship. You know, it's going to be some time where I want to go out with the fellas, and I'm going to be like, hey, baby, you know, I'm about to go out with the guys tonight. We're going to hit a couple bars, and then I'll be back later on. Yeah. If this my woman, she should be like, okay, babe, have fun. Text me that way I know you say. Let me know you on the way back or wherever you get to. That's, in my eyes, like how I ideally would want it to go, and vice versa. All right, baby, you going to the bars, bet. Let me know when you get there safe, and then if you crashing at your girls, or if you come back home, just keep me posted. I may go out kick with the guys, so I'm not here at the crib chilling. That's easy to me. Right. But if in that scenario, then that's a problem, because if you feel like you have to lie in order to, go hang out or do something with your friends, then it's like something is off. Something we missed, something.
That's real. Another question I have: outside of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, in which organization do you know the most people, and why? Not necessarily why, but which organization, like how?
Like you most active in?
Yeah, are you most active in? Okay, you know the most people.
I would have to say Collegiate Midnight Golf, just because
MGP.
Yeah. So
listen, that looks very hype, and every year y'all got like some type of annual dinner, something like that. Everybody dressed up.
Yeah. So well, the Midnight Golf program is a program that is for high school seniors within the Detroit area and surrounding communities, and they prep students through a 30-week period. They meet 2 times a week on various college readiness skills, professional skills, social skills, financial skills, interdependent skills, literally everything across the board within a 30-week time span. You get your own personal mentor as well as other mentors there to help you out. There's guest speakers who come and talk about the same topics that the program is hoping to instill in you. And then you also learn how to play golf. We don't play at midnight, but it's a whole story behind the name. But throughout the process, you learn how to play golf. And Collegiate Midnight Golf is the alumni program for Midnight Golf students. Now, we are inclusive, so everybody who's a part of Collegiate Midnight Golf technically wasn't in MGP during their senior year of high school. However, we still open the doors because that's how everybody deserves to learn about how to do a good resume. What's some good key networking skills. Stuff like that. And those are all the things that we talk about. So I would say I know a lot of people within that program just because I am an alum, and I like to make sure that my circle is tight within Collegiate Midnight Golf, because we have some programs every year, some small, some big, and then the Christmas dinner, what you're talking about, that's for alumni only, and that happens every December during winter break.
Do y'all have any golf outings that y'all do for the collegiate?
Yeah, so actually that's one of the things that we're trying to get done, because we haven't had it yet, to my knowledge. But I'm pretty sure that the e-board this year or in the following year is planning something to do.
That'd be a dope idea.
It would be too,
especially for the black community. Like in college, a lot of niggas don't play golf, but you learn that you need that. It's like a good thing.
It is a good skill.
Business if you try to take that business side.
For sure.
A lot of business deals happen on the golf course.
They do. I was a caddy, so I know.
You seen it?
I want to say I saw something on Instagram. You were the guest speaker? Go ahead and talk about that. So
I used to work at Plum Hollow Country Club, which was in Southfield, Michigan. And I caddied at Plum Hollow, about a good 4 or 5 years. And this past December, the caddy superintendent at the time, whose name is Ben Leach, he reached out to me and said, "Hey, Dre, the caddy banquet is coming up, and we would love for you to come and be the speaker of the evening." And I was just like, "Oh, better." Well, actually, it was we never talked about it. He just kind of hit my line. He was like, "Hey, are you you busy on the date that the actual event was on?" He was like, "Man, I want to talk to you about being the speaker." And I was like, "Yeah, man, I'd love to," because one, Plum Hollow gave me my first job. That was the first place I ever legally. Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's like one thing I will attribute that to is, and he's a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, is like Juwan. He just came out with a podcast. Shout out to him. He's with Honestly Blunt.
Honestly Blunt podcast.
Yeah, definitely. Like just like little stuff like that. I love seeing people do good. You know what I'm saying? Like when stuff like that happen, I feel like a lot of people want to hate, like, oh, I gotta be better than this person, better than that. But don't get me wrong, you want to be the best at what you do.
Exactly.
But definitely don't. You don't gotta shit on nobody or the next man just to get to the top. You don't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. And like I like the point you brought up, Wolf, with the people not realizing that they're in the same lane as somebody else. A lot of people they know that they're in the same lane, and they always look at the speed that somebody else is going. And you can't do that because life. Like they say, like it's a marathon, not a race. If you have that mentality, then if we driving and on the same lane and you going a little bit faster than me, instead of being jealous and figuring out, okay, how can I go faster? I'm gonna figure out, okay, what can I do to make sure I'm staying in my own lane? Because you look over too much, you're gonna crash or get left behind. Then but trying to be or outdo somebody else.
Well, I got this saying. I ain't perfected it yet, but this gonna be my saying.
Wait, this your quote?
It's not a quote. It's my
you got some
saying.
heat?
It's the way I look at life.
Okay.
I look at life as driving a car. Because your main focus is if you get lost paying attention to what everybody else is doing, you're gonna crash.
Exactly.
You can't be trying to drive and looking to the left, looking to the right 24/7, figuring out what they doing because you're gonna crash. So you gotta focus on yourself, but at the same time, you still gotta be aware of your surroundings.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with taking a glance, taking a look, and acknowledging. Because if you don't, you may miss what's going on next to you. You may miss those connections. You may miss the exit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to glance over, but know that your direction is your direction. Your lane is your lane. Stay in your lane. Drive your car. But always look around.
Exactly.
I ain't perfected it though. You feel me?
We had to grow that. We got to say that. Y'all get a little bit too much heat on this episode.
I learned something new about Wolf every fucking time I talk to this man. I guess another question for you would be, what's your most embarrassing story? Or like, what's something that happened to you where you really wanted to like just crawl under a rock? What's an embarrassing story?
Oh, that's a good one.
And
This is something I don't even think about.
it's needless to say, I really want you to be honest.
Oh, this is a good
So
one.
you give it what two then?
What, my most embarrassing story?
Yeah.
Wow,
Wow,
that's
at least a good one.
It's all about my guests.
I'm trying to
It's all about Drake right now.
Honestly, that's a good question because I honestly am trying to think of an embarrassing moment. It's a tough question. I don't really. I guess all the embarrassing moments that I think I had, I kind of tried to forget, and it worked because I can't think of one.
Hey, look, all right, look. I
don't know. I really honestly don't know.
I give y'all one. Y'all gotta come up. Y'all gotta figure one out, bro. Especially you guys.
All right.
So this when I was in school in North Carolina.
Okay. You gotta give like an age, year.
I was probably like 18.
This when you had dreads?
I didn't have my locks yet. No.
You had dreads?
I used to have locks yet. Yeah. No, it's a long time. There's a lot about me, but
Wolf done lived a good 20 different lives. I promise you.
but so it was a night we was all going out, me and my dorm mates and shit, and I needed a lineup. And so my man, he used to cut everybody up on the floor. So I'm like, bro, I need this lineup bad. He just cut up probably like 10 people. He like, bro, I don't know, the clip is kind of hot. I'm like, bro, I ain't going out unless I get this lineup.
Yeah.
He lined me up real quick, got together, but when I tell you, bro, I was scabbed up. Like from where the liners is hot, scabbed up through the forehead, through the stash, everywhere, bro.
Oh, it was all bad.
I'm like, fuck it, I still gotta go out.
Yeah.
So I'm out at the club, but this some shit I would never forget, dog. It's shit that it molds your confidence, bro. You got hold. Bro, I got hold to the max. I'm out at the club, I see this little shirt, she cute as hell. I get behind her, I get ready to dance. You know when a girl, she turn around and get that confirmation.
Oh, dog.
So listen,
listen,
though. But the moment she turned around, the light hit me. Nigga.
Like a movie scene type shit?
Yes, like, cause you know how the lights be in the club, they be on and off, they be flickering, bro. The moment she turned around, the lights hit me.
It was like a fart sound in the background.
She turned, she was like, ugh, and then walked away. No, I was just in the corner of the club the rest of the night.
I would have been.
been like, yeah, I got
Because the thing is, I knew my shit was bad. Like, I'm talking about like the whole line, my mustache, bro. At the time, I had the little mustache here, so all this scabbed. I'm talking about it's scabbed up bad.
She probably thought you had like,
bro. She probably something was wrong with me. You feel me? So she turned around. She was like,
I'm talking about. You said the mumps.
That light hit me. She was like, ugh. So I'm like, man, I'm in the corner for the rest of the night. I'm here.
So when she said that, was that like a knife in your heart? Kind of?
Hell yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If I heard that, somebody say,
ugh.
It's one thing if you make a face, you say, ugh.
Now you could just do the face and not say nothing. But you say good with it.
Like, I'm so much to the point. You want to voice your opinion?
I didn't want to leave the party.
But I couldn't take the shuttle there.
So you got
I'm telling you,
So ugly ass out of here.
I was in the corner the whole night, like, man, we here with it. Damn. We here with it. But you know, fuck it. All good things, all good bad things happen.
Okay.
No, you balling on her right now.
Oh man,
She's doing terrible on life
listen,
as
bro,
we speak.
I thank God for the looks that He gave me. I am blessed and highly favored, man. You know what I'm saying? I just so happened to have an off night that night. You know, that's all that is. We all have one. You know, it happens.
Okay.
What for Dre? If you could get the answer to one question, what would it be?
If I could get the answer to what
One question. One
If I
question.
could get the answer to one question.
One question.
Wow. I could get the answer to one question. What's tomorrow's lottery numbers?
Facts.
So when you say the most important thing to you is money,
Nah, that was just a joke. But I mean, hey, somebody answer that question. I'm for sure playing lottery tomorrow. But let me see. Answer to one question. Real talk. In terms of the, I guess because I believe in God. I believe, you know, in heaven and hell.
okay.
And I guess one of my questions would be, well, you're not supposed to question God, but God, and if you believe biblically, God has no question, but in a form where it's of like feedback. So I guess my question would be to God, like, am I doing the things that you want me to do?
I feel that.
Because I've noticed it, and I have to do a better job of doing it. And the fact that I have acknowledged it lets me know that He knows that I'm trying. But a lot of times, especially being, you know, a Christian man, or anybody who believes in a higher being or a higher being, is doing the things that He wants you to do.
Right.
A lot of times people get caught up in their own things. Like, okay, I want to do this, but never take time to ask God, what is it that you need for me to do for you?
Right.
Because I'll put it just like this. I got it from a scripture, not scripture, but a sermon, and the preacher, he said that life in terms of God and us is like delivering pizza.
Okay.
When have you ever got a pizza and it was just a pizza? Like no box, no nothing.
Never.
That's God. God will never deliver anything without a vessel. And that vessel is you. You, me. We're all vessels. God put something in you that He needs to deliver to somebody else. You are that box that's carrying that pizza. Because when you're hungry and you order that pizza, you eat that pizza, you're satisfied, you feel good, you feel full. Right? God said, how am I going to deliver my changes to the world, to other people? Through us. We're the vessels. I'm living out what God wants me to do.
Okay.
You feel me? I'm a vessel. God has instilled something in me, and I haven't found exactly what it is yet. But when I do, it's going to be open and shared to whoever it needs to be shared with.
Okay.
So like when I say, what's the question I would ask is, God, am I doing the things that you need me to do? Am I being that vessel that you need for the world?
Right.
That's something I would ask.
Okay.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Okay. You a modern day prophet.
I don't want to say all that, but just reading and doing like a whole bunch of internal thinking, and just trying to develop relationships. And that's one of the things about me. Like, I can play all day, I can be silly, but I'm an intellectual person. I like to have deep conversations, very thought provoking, because one, it's not only stimulating, but you learn, about yourself and that other person that you met. I learned about y'all today, through this conversation, and it probably grew our relationship, to the point where, okay, I know something I didn't know about Jay before. We kind of grew tight a little bit, even through however long this has been recorded, and the people who are going to tune in have learned something about all three of us that they may not have known. And so the fact that we have platforms to even share our stories is important. So if it wasn't for you, or it wasn't for Wolf, coming together and saying, hey, let's have an episode, I probably wouldn't have been able to, share a piece of my story with, whoever may be viewing this. So thank y'all for, having me on the show and everything.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
We need that story though, fam, man.
Yeah,
I thought it closed with that one.
It was good. I like it. We're gonna close. We can That's on that.
All right, bet. I got y'all a story. So in high school, haircuts, especially being going to black.
Time before we good?
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, we need this. Go ahead.
Good.
I'm gonna let you know when it goes out.
Go ahead.
You just
Mess up the whole
Oh no,
thing.
it's just me.
So high school. Let me get my candy because all my friends were gonna say.
Wait, should we take a shot? Should we take a shot?
I got my apple juice, so y'all can take a shot.
I got my water.
All right.
Some spicy water, I'll tell you that.
So, I'm in high school, right?
Right.
So, haircuts is big. You know,
Facts.
especially being a black man, bro.
You already know.
You can't be.
You come with a bowl haircut, you
Man.
might as well not come to school.
Bro, so listen. I went to this barber, and I know him because like I have low cut hair, and but at the time in high school, I did too. I didn't, but it's part of the story. So the barber, I told him, I said, hey, I had a little fro at the time, like a little mini nappy fro that everybody thought was in style
during
right?
the times, right?
So I said, hey, can you cut my fro down a little bit? Because I think I'm gonna go back to, try to just brush my hair again and let my nappiness grow out.
Yeah. Okay.
So I said, cut it low enough to where I can brush it, but it's still, kind of like a nice little thick texture. Feel me? Okay. So not too low, but low enough to where like if I brush my hair, like it'll
A little higher on the
exactly
brush, on the brush length.
exactly.
Okay.
He didn't get that memo.
He wasn't paying attention. He
I
wasn't
don't know what happened to brother.
Why you ain't use your public speaking skills?
Listen, when you in a barber's chair, that's like
Your life is in his hands.
Exactly. For real.
You don't want to say too much, but you kind of want to instruct him like, listen.
I was very descriptive. I'm like, cut it down. I got a fro right now, but cut it down and take the fro off a little bit. But I want to be able to brush it because my hair was nappy, and I wanted like to be able to wash my stuff, get down to roots and everything.
Right.
He didn't get that memo. That next day, when I went to school, I had the chili bowl.
Oh, get your ugly ass out of here.
I took my hat off. Bro, the bros was horsing me all day.
Wait, you knew you was gonna get cooked though.
I knew I was going to get cooked.
Did you wear a hat?
We can't wear hats in high
Okay, you gotta
school.
take it
You
off.
said, yeah. Did you just grease it down?
Bro, I did everything I could, I put my little pomade in it. I had to use the soft bristles because my hair was real sensitive. I had the chili bowl. And I got a big hair, I got the peanut, bro.
You got that peanut.
I was getting hoarse, but that's not the worst part. I played football, I told you, in high school, bro.
Right.
In the locker room.
Oh, it's bad. That's where niggas really get cooked.
I got
You got that cheese
motherfucking sting, bro. Man,
I
I don't know who did it, but whoever did it, I really don't rock with you.
How you don't know who did it? Because when they do that, you do like this. Unless they knock your dumb ass out.
Bro, I was in the locker room, it was like 30, 40 football players, bro.
Okay.
So like when I got smacked, I mean it's been years ago since this happened. It's like this is like my sophomore year of high school, so it's been like it's been a minute, so I don't remember who did it. But I just remember that feeling of getting smacked off the chili bowl,
You
bro.
just like, fuck, all right, who did it?
Man, I don't know who did it. Yeah, that barber messed me up for sure. That was embarrassing because like the chili bowl, and and the crazy part is, it turned out to be my cut. Like I was rocking chili bowls all throughout high school.
Oh yeah, eventually you start.
I had to.
Chili bowl really ain't that bad, but when you're young though.
But I had the fat head though.
Yeah. They smacked your ass?
Smacked me, bro.
It was over. Bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's
That
fucking
chili bowl, it looks. It's just so smackable, bro.
Let me see your back of your hair, like the lump. You got a lump in the back of your
Yeah,
head,
bro. Like,
yeah.
You got a part right there like a flat screen
Man.
TV.
They was coming for you.
that show was coming for me, bro. But it's
Wait, after you got smacked, what were your next words?
I can't really say that on camera.
He was heated.
I was
You
mad.
was heated?
I was
Okay.
mad. It was in the football locker room, but I was mad. I ain't trying to repeat what I said because it's probably not the most tasteful thing for audience members to hear, and I want to be respectful.
It is what it is, man.
But I was mad for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess that's my embarrassing moment. One of them, so I can recall. Shout out to Wolf for giving me the inspiration to think about it.
Because the cut that'd be the most embarrassing, bro.
Why do you think I got a hat on right now? I ain't gonna hold you. I get a cut Wednesday. I'm about to look beautiful.
I'm gonna cook you later.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I already told Mario I need a butter. I need to look buttered up.
Yeah, I had to go to Mario too.
Anything you want to get off to the viewers real quick?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely follow me on my social medias. Twitter and Instagram are the same. 2_ Drake4. You can subscribe to my Good Morning Hustlers. You can, if you follow me on Twitter, I have all of the access to my Good Morning Hustlers. Sign up or subscribe on there as well. So follow me on those social media platforms. That's the best way to kind of like see what I'm up to, see what I'm doing in the community. If you go to Michigan State, you see me around campus, just say what up, introduce yourself. I will do the same. I'm trying to get better with like remembering names and faces, so please, I apologize if I do forget your name. It's not on purpose. I don't do it just because I don't like you. It's just sometimes I be forgetting. I'm human.
Scumbag.
See people like Jalen, that's toxic. It's toxic. But yeah, definitely follow me on my social medias, and appreciate the fellas for having me. But that's about it.
One before we wrap up, I appreciate you for being on Needless to Say.
Absolutely.
Needless to say, it was a pleasure having you.
Sir.
Another thing, needless to say, I appreciate my man's Wolf. Always with me.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? Right here, man's always with me.
06 to the good, bros. Let me say that.
Time out. Wait. Before we end, if you could do it all over,
Do what?
you would pick Kappa. He already said it before the video.
The first 1906. You feel me? 1906. Emphasis on 06.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we paved the way.
God bless. We out.
Hey.
Woo.